Okay, so I'm back to working on the Kawasaki FA76D engine on the generator. I know it's running super lean. I had just had it running for no doubt 10 seconds, and through this heat guard, holy crap, you could cook an egg on it. Running way too lean. Anyway, I'm just kind of deciding if I want to bring it to the car wash first. But thinking I'll pull off the cover here. Check it out a little bit more and then bring it to the car wash, because yeah, it's pretty dirty. Yes, I know I could take out my washer, do that at the same time, but it's already 9:30 at night, too late to start making noise. Holy shit. Anyway, guess I'll pull off the recoil cover. This ain't the proper switch, it's all sloppy and loose here, so I'm going to be taking that out. I'm going to be switching it. That's like a, doesn't even look like a 12-volt switch. I don't know what the hell that came out of. Almost looks like a breaker. Anyway, I'm going to pop off this cover. You can see here, the ground cable here is just horribly put on there. So this is all loose. Chances are it's stripped. So you can see here, there's a kill wire here. I'm guessing the reason why it's out here, so you can hook a remote kill switch to it, probably inline. Hard to say. Anyway, get back to you guys in a few minutes. Okay, so anyway, got the air filter off right here. A little bit of a crispy fried spot in the center. So again, try to start her, give a little bit of a, it is a warm start. A little bit. And when I open the choke all the way, it just stalls. So guaranteed, running lean. Okay, so one of the first things I notice is it's missing a screw here. Vibration dampener for the gas tank. It's never good not having that, because you could crack your intake. Had that happen on an engine before. Got off the air box assembly. It's pretty dirty, but I tried starting it, of course, without, and it doesn't really do much difference. This choke lever here, you can see it's snapped off, but it's, you know, it still works. So, might see if I can find a replacement. I'm not too worried about that. It's not going to break any more than that. I am going to pull off the exhaust. Make sure it's not plugged up, because, you know, it's been sitting who knows how long. You never know what's in there. Start her up wide open. You know what I mean. Just pulling off this cover. I looked in the gas tank. Maybe I'll get it on film. Yeah, you can't really see there. But yeah, the gas tank has a lot of crap in it. So, Chinese. Guessing that has gasoline only. Anyway, pop off this cover, show you guys what it looks like underneath. Ooh, yeah, those wires need to be changed. Pretty thin there, buddy. And that is a 120-volt switch, which doesn't really matter, but I am going to change it out to something that's more suited for this. Holy shit, a cast iron flywheel. I wasn't expecting that. Look how tiny that little cylinder is, eh? I was not expecting a cast iron flywheel in this sucker, so... Hey, look at that, points. Well, I might be removing those points. This one here just goes there. Yeah, everything is just normal in there. No crank plate, that's good. And when I shut off the camera, I'll unhook this. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like a rat's nest up in there or something stupid. I don't know if that's showing up there, but you can see this curb has been off before. So that probably explains why there's gas residue everywhere. So chances are it's leaking, because the old owner probably couldn't find gaskets for it. So I actually did find some gaskets for it and parts for this engine, but there's not much out there. They all have to be imported. That's not even a freaking right screw in there, but whatever. Oh, that don't look good. Anyway, might take that out and actually thread it and do it proper, because recoil always kind of seemed like it was a little bit loose. Other than that, I guess I'll start pulling off the carb. So give it a few seconds and it'll be off. And yeah, the governor linkage, everything is hooked up proper. I know you can't really see it down there. This is for adjusting your high speed. There you go. Man, is that a small carb. Like holy shit. That is freaking crazy. So that gasket came off pretty decent, but that one I can make easiest. The diaphragm one that I'm worried about, the one that goes between here and here. So that's the guy I'm kind of worrying about. So seems to be tight to butterfly. Anyway, I'm going to pull off my valve cover, take a look at my valve clearance. It actually looks like a pretty well built unit so far. Looks, no, that's tight. Let's go see. It looks like that's where my oil is coming from, but so because you can see there is oil, but it's probably just coming out of the valve cover gasket. I have no idea if any of that was in the camera shot because I wasn't really looking at it. I actually want to find another one of these engines. I think it'd be an awesome motor to put on a bike. So, because the little Honda 50cc, 100cc motors like this are pretty freaking expensive. So, and I was actually thinking when I was buying this, if this motor is bad, I got that 2-stroke 3 horsepower motor from the snowblower. So the 2-stroke snowblower. So you know, I was thinking make it into a 2-stroke, but this is going to be so much better once it's running good. Okay, so I was going to start checking the valve, shit like that, but I decided I'll do the carb first. You see here, freshly seeping right here. So that's pretty fresh. I bet you if I tip it, it'll just come out of the carb. Anyway, that's a heavy gas tank, even though it's almost empty. That is sure not aluminum. That is heavy steel. Anyway, get this off and show you guys what it looks like. So anyway, that gasket actually doesn't look that bad. So I'd like to replace it, but I know I'm not going to find it. As for the bowl there, you can see there's lots of dirt in the bottom. I already stuck a screwdriver in there. That's not just pitted metal, that's dirt. As for this here, the screener here seems to be good. It's not dirty. Oops, there you go. It's not dirty too bad. So I guess I'll pop apart the diaphragm, I guess you'd call it on this. I'm not sure exactly if it's a diaphragm or not. You can see some green death coming out of there. Pretty much straight through design, just like the old style Briggs one. So TK carburetor, and Japan. That's really all it says on it. TK Japan, no model numbers, nothing. Interesting. Don't want to snap that guy off. This gasket here, it doesn't want to come off. I'll just leave that on it. Pop this apart now. Okay, so anyway, I slowly took out those screws, rocked it side to side here. And I got this cracked here open. No idea what's inside this guy. Besides a diaphragm. Just like I thought it would be. Just like a normal carburetor. Okay. And the gasket actually doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look dirty here. So, but of course could be right in the main jet. See, that has been out many times. So it's pretty worn out. And for some reason it just doesn't look like it's seated down all the way. So you can see how it's sticking up quite high. I'm actually surprised that there's not some kind of bushing around it, but mind you, the motor's not designed to be moved. Anyway, this gasket here is pretty well stuck in there. Huh. Get back to you guys in a bit when I try to get this gasket off without destroying it. Anyway, I'm not going to pull off that gasket. I don't want to chance it. Everything seems to be free. I blew air through it. Gave it a quick carb clean. This is your adjustment here for your idle. I just held it, moved it. Yep, it moves the butterfly. So it just got to one adjustment there. So I'm guessing it's probably just going to be out of adjustment. It is flush, which, you know. But anyway, I'll reassemble it and give it a try. And if I have to, I'll try to order a gasket. I do got the diaphragm starting to come off here, but it's just so brittle. I just don't want a chance having to buy a new gasket kit. Yes, it wouldn't be that big of a deal if I could find them. But in this case here, I can't find it. So I'll try to get her going without doing that. And if it doesn't work, I guess I'll pull the carb off, rip off the gasket set, see what I can find, and worst case, I can try to get a carb off a different engine. So I know those Honda 50cc 4-stroke engines, one of those carbs, or the 100cc 97cc guy, one of those carbs will probably bolt on. It'll probably be the same threads, same size, I mean. So yeah, I'll probably have to make an adapter plate, but that's not too big of a deal. So I got lots of aluminum and access to a mill. So anyway, guess I'll throw it back together temporary. Okay, so anyway, curb's back together. Just got to put the filter on and bolt it back in. Gas tank, give it a quick cleaning. So, man, that's a heavy gas tank. So, anyway, I'll throw it back on. There we go. All back together, ready to be installed. And I'll give her a try. So, guessing I just got to do a little bit of adjusting, and hopefully it should be good to go. And if I get it done quick enough, there's a chance I might be going camping this weekend, and long weekend, and I might take it with me. Sure beats taking my other one that's almost double the size. Yeah, you can see the owner was running her on choke for quite some time. Funny. Okay, so I think I got her going pretty good. It is going a little bit slower than it should. I think it's only revving at around 3,000 RPM when it should be running at 36. My multimeter doesn't have long enough leads to check how many hertz and how many volts. But this is a 1500 watt heater, heat gun I mean. I'm guessing it's 1500 watts. It might be only 900, I'm not too sure. But on low, that's on low. And it, of course it's working. I feel lots of heat. And you can see the governor is working. And now when I go to high, it puts a pretty good load on it when I turn it to high. And yeah, that's making a lot of heat. So I'm just putting a good load on it so I can tune the carb. So I'm going to adjust it a little bit more. And as for the air filter, I'm not running it because it was actually dry rotted and fell apart. I'm going to leave it on low because I don't want to burn it up. That's way higher than it's rated for. So, okay, anyway. Had her going now for about 20 minutes with the heat gun. Seems to be running good. It's super hot outside, so I don't want to be out there any longer than I have to. Been going now for, yeah, probably about 20 minutes. Heat gun's on low, so I'm sure it's drawing probably about 5-6 amps. I did plug in the heat gun to the wall outlet. Yeah, generator's running a little bit slow, but the whole point is I could speed it up as I need to. So I'm just giving it a good break in here pretty much, because I know the guy I bought it from said it hasn't ran in quite a while. Going to let it run now until it runs out of gas. Should be good. I'm hoping for at least maybe, I don't know, half hour more. So, and then I'll have to try to track down a few other parts for it. Air filter's easy. It's just standard sponge pretty much. Yeah, I guess after that I just need to get a better kill switch for it. And I guess I'll pick up a new spark plug, even though the one that's in it's pretty good. I did clean it. It wasn't that bad. So, get back to you guys, I guess, in a little bit. Okay, so I put her on the 12 volt side. It's as fast as it's going to run now without modifying the governor, even or playing with the carb. I adjusted the carb in and out. I mean, it just won't go any faster. And it puts out about 11.5 volts on DC. So I'm just running the heat gun again a little bit longer, getting it nice and toasty hot. So you can see it is running a fair bit faster there. And it seems to run the heat gun a little bit better. Again, the heat gun's just on medium, low heat. So anyway, 11.5 volts on the DC, so it won't work really the best for charging batteries, but I guess it would to a point. But anyway, I'm going to shut it off now. I've been running well over half an hour now. And I guess I'll wait, pick up an air filter, and yeah, it might be a while since before you see an update on this, so it's been a while, I guess.